You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know
Could
what
be.
we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. Exactly.
You know what I
You know,
mean?
If you haven't, you got to Marie Kondo that shit.
Right. I'm just like gone.
And if you haven't opened the box in years, then chances are you don't need what's in it.
Exactly. But it's cool because I found my tape player and some tapes. Hey, welcome to Destroy All Movies.
Yeah, Destroy All Movies, episode number
332.
332.
Is that right?
Hold on. I'll tell you in a second.
Is that right?
I think it may be. Where is it? Yeah, 332.
Ah, look at me.
You are correct, sir.
I remember. So, wow.
Yeah, so it's been a couple of weeks, ladies and germs.
Yeah.
Ba-doom.
Ba-doom, boom. Yeah. Wiped myself out yesterday. Redid my garage in 110 degree weather with the door open.
Yeah. Well,
But I got it done.
my wife and I are still debating which car should be in the garage since we got got a second car.
Well, that's simple.
What's simple about it?
What car should be in the garage?
Yeah.
What car are you going to drive the least?
The one that's the new one.
Yeah. So that should be
Yeah.
in the garage.
So what are we talking about today? We're going to be doing what we're watching.
The fate of the Furious.
The Fate of the Furious, or
What?
Furious. Is it?
No, it's the Fate of the Furious. What?
Yeah.
When did that come out? Because didn't another Furious come out without Dom?
No, that was Hobbs and Shaw. That was Fast and the Furious presents
Oh,
Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah. That is.
This came out in April of 2017.
Wow. And we didn't do this one?
No, we never did,
Wow.
because it's the first time I saw it. I said, okay.
Hobbs.
I knew it was going to be ridiculous.
So you can't even call. They can't even make a movie with Hobbs and Shaw without throwing the Fast and the Furious title in it
Right.
somehow.
And I don't think it made that Hobbs and Shaw made. I
Of
don't
course.
think that was a big hit or anything.
Well,
Well, let me look it up.
I don't see why not. They're not spending money on wardrobe. I mean, how much are tank tops?
Yeah. The Rock wears
I mean, could someone just put?
T-shirts.
Yeah, could someone put a jacket on him? I'm shocked
Yeah,
that when he was in Russia, he wasn't in a tank top.
Okay, my mistake. It made money. Hobbs and Shaw had a budget of $200 million and made $760 million.
Wow, dude, people love these fucking movies. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why, because they're not good.
No, God, no,
They're not even close to good.
no.
So, well, we'll talk about that when after we get through. We've got no emails, so we don't have to worry about that.
Fucking people. Oh, come back. We want you to come back. Whatever.
So you should go to, if you need to get in touch with us, it's Destroy All Movies. No, it's not.
Destroymail@gmail.com.
Yes, that's it. Destroymail@gmail.com.
I don't know why we say it. No one's sending us shit.
And damshow.co is our homepage where you'll find the Amazon link. Click on that Amazon link before you go to Amazon. Just go to damshow.co, click on the Amazon link. It takes you to Amazon. Then you just do your shopping like normal, not like normally.
Right.
Doesn't cost you any other money. It's just one little click extra. And you'll contribute to the show without, Amazon gives us a piece of their end.
There you go.
So also go to iTunes and leave a review. You haven't, all our reviews are old.
Hey.
That's how you pop up in the rankings a lot.
No one's listening. No one wants to. Everybody was like, "Oh, I can't wait. You're back. This is going to be amazing." See, no one's listening.
People are downloading the show, Rich.
I don't buy it.
People are listening.
I don't buy it.
You don't have to. I get the stats.
All right.
People do download it.
How do I know you're not, dummying up the stats so we keep doing this stuff?
Oh, I'm dummying it up. No, I'm dummying up the stats for that other show.
I was going to say, because you got your new hit show.
Hallmarks the Spot.
Hallmarks the Spot.
Yeah,
with a following of 27.
Well, we've had a few more downloads than that, but
how many downloads so far?
I'm not going to say. Let's just say
over
under 100. No.
All right, over 50. That's enough.
Almost
46.
A little more than that.
47.
Wrong again.
48.
Yes.
All right. You had 48 downloads, of which at least 33 of them were people who listen to Destroy All Movies just to check it out.
I wouldn't even say that, because that would have meant the first show would have had a lot more.
Oh.
Listen.
How many in the first show have?
You know what the problem is with Hallmarks the Spot?
You're talking about Hallmark movies?
Besides that.
Okay.
If you look at their group page and stuff like that for the Hallmark movies, it's pretty much a bunch of old ladies. Like, if there was one person who said they were preparing to watch the movie and that they were they had their crocheting ready.
Oh. Oh, I think I need to be on the podcast now. Oh, I think Richie needs to be a weekly guest on Hallmarks the Spot when you got Betty's rocking their crocheting. I'm about to get ready to watch the new Hallmark movies. I have my chamomile. I have my crochet.
Well,
okay.
What was interesting though is there was supposed to be a movie last week.
Right.
A new movie.
I have my Lorna Doone.
Lorna Doone.
I have my Lorna Doone. Right?
You picked the blandest cookie.
I know. I got my chamomile, my crochet, some Lorna Doones. We're going to make a night of it.
So Hallmark's promoting this movie for the past bunch of weeks, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden it disappears from the schedule and they don't say why. They don't put another movie on. They just show reruns. It's just not, it just like a couple of days before stopped being there. The promos stopped and it wasn't on the schedule anymore. So I was saying to Ellie, who does the show with me, I was going, well, there's two possibilities. One, they had some post-production problems that because of COVID and stuff, they weren't able to get done, maybe some reshoots or whatever that needed to be done.
Right.
Or two, there's something questionable that has to do with some of the things going on. Maybe there's something to do with something in the South or something that,
Wow.
that wouldn't be appropriate right now.
Right.
And they had to yank it quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it's one of those two. But this week there was a new movie. It's called Love in the Forecast.
Wow.
This was about a weather girl. And we reviewed it. In fact, I recorded that show earlier today.
Right.
So if you go to damshow.co, you can also listen to some Hallmark's The Spot.
Oh,
see if you enjoy it.
I might have to guess if they're so is that the like the people who are listening to you or the people who are watching the movie?
No, there's people that are watching. That's what I'm saying. It's a Facebook group.
I see.
So if you read the posts in the Facebook group,
right,
you see the demographic.
So do you post on that Facebook group about Hallmark's The Spot?
Oh, yes, I do.
You know, some of those Bettys are going to start listening. They're going to get They're going to get their grandson to be like, what's this podcast? Could you help me?
Well, here I'm on the Hallmark Movies and Christmas Movies Facebook group right now.
Oh my God.
What did everyone think of the new Cindy Busby movie tonight? I personally loved it.
Oh.
Then someone said it was okay.
Oh, I gotta find this.
And then someone had said, loved it. I really loved it. I'm halfway through. I'm loving it. I like the chemistry between Cindy and Christopher.
Wow. Let's see.
It's called Hallmark Movies and Christmas Movies group.
Hold on. Hallmark Movies
and Christmas.
Join group.
But wait. There's another one called Hallmark Christmas Movie Magic.
Oh, I'm on the Hallmark Movies and Christmas. My membership is pending approval.
Yeah, they approve your posts too.
Oh.
Now the other one, the Hallmark Christmas Movies Magic one. This is the first post up right now. Which two make the best on-screen couple? Lacey Chabert with Tyler Hines or with Brennan Elliott?
Oh, wow.
And one of the responses, I like them both.
I have to answer a couple questions. Here are the questions. Will you leave religion or politics off this page? Yes. Will you be courteous and kind to fellow members? Possibly.
Possibly.
I'll answer yes to that. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love this. I agree to the group's rules. Someone is going to have to allow me to be on this 31,000 strong member.
Okay. This post is dedicated to one of my favorite Hallmark actresses, Jen Lilly. Jen is so cute and great actress in all the movies I've seen with her. I read some negative comments about her, and I can't believe someone exists that doesn't like her. That doesn't like her. She's so cute, lovable person, which instantly made me love her.
Yes.
Yeah. So. You get some of that. Get some of that when you listen to Hallmark's The Spot.
I'm set up for my Hallmark watching. I have my cat Seymour on my lap, and we are ready to go.
Oh, 49. Someone downloaded another one today.
Oh! I'm telling you, man, you're banging on all those numbers. Woohoo!
That's right.
That is crazy.
So, well, let's get on to what I'm watching, what we're watching.
What you watching?
I watched the first episode of Space Force.
What the hell is Space Force?
Space Force is a Netflix show.
Right.
Is it Netflix? I think it's Netflix.
Right.
Starring Steve Carell and John Malkovich,
Mm-hmm.
in which Steve Carell plays this Air Force general
Right.
who thinks he's recently promoted to a 4-star admiral.
Okay.
And he thinks he's going to be installed as the head of the Air Force,
Right.
when instead he gets tapped to be the head of Space Force, that division of the military that Trump
Right.
called up.
Right.
So there's some Trump-related stuff in it that's pretty funny. And, he takes over as the head of Space Force, and then it jumps like a year.
Right.
It didn't get great reviews, but when I watched it, I'm saying, were they watching it? Because I think this is pretty funny.
Well, everything that's funny for some reason never gets great reviews and lasts a season. I hate that.
Yeah. So John Malkovich plays one of the scientists, like the head scientist, and he's got a kid and his wife. For some reason, they don't mention why.
Right.
That when it jumps a year later, when it jumps a year ahead, she's in jail, and she's played by what's her face, Phoebe from Lisa Kudrow.
Right.
And there's like a Russian spy in it that he keeps doing things like obvious spying.
Right.
Yeah, keeps getting away with it because he'll say no. Steve Carell will say no to something, and then he'll get a text from Trump saying, show him anything he wants to see.
My God.
Yeah, I think there's like 10 episodes in the first season. And at least the first one I thought was funny.
Right.
I thought. So I recommend Space Force.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. The other one I watched was a Disney release, Artemis Fowl. That they're really pushing it. It's it's based on some kids book or young adult book,
right?
And it's got a lot of people in it, and I could not make heads or fucking tails of what the hell was going on in the thing. There's like, and it's got Colin Farrell in it, and Artemis Fowl is this little kid, but he's like a super genius,
right?
And fashions himself as a criminal mastermind. And his father researches all of these mythic beings that actually really do exist, like fairies,
right?
These Irish fairies that work for an organization called Leprechaun.
All right.
And they have all this high-tech gear and stuff like that. And
they're always after me, Lucky Charms.
Yeah. So a lot of things happen, and like I said, I was going, why is this happening? Because I was sitting there and say, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I'm usually pretty good at figuring out things that I'm watching.
Right.
But for this, and I said, maybe you had to have read the books because
the book was so much better.
Oh, but man, was it flying by me at high speed. And,
wow.
And none of it's good. None of it's good. I said, sorry, Disney. Failure. You almost had me. It looked kind of interesting, and then when I watched it, I said,
"You were just like,
I'm probably not gonna. If they come out with another one of these, I'm not gonna watch." And it was a movie. It wasn't like it was a feature length. It wasn't like a episode of a TV show.
Right.
Artemis Fowl. Thumbs down.
I will not be watching it, but I will check out Space Force.
Also in the news. Oh, did you have anything you're watching?
No, I watched. Let's see, what's the last thing I watched? The Mandalorian behind the scenes.
Which one?
The new one.
Oh, the new one. I got a message that a new episode came out. I didn't see.
I didn't see that one.
Oh.
I saw the ones that they had.
Yeah, I saw the last one was the practical.
Yeah,
that one. Here's something I wanted to talk about. I rewatched Rise of Skywalker.
As did I.
The first time I've seen it since the movie. Since seeing it in the theater. And I feel about the same. I still don't think it's a good movie.
Like I said, it's. I'm glad they're done with it. It wasn't terrible.
Right.
I don't think Kylo should have died. But again, we get it. Girls can do things now. That's why she lived and he died.
Well, it's like, I still don't understand why they had to have the Emperor. All of that was nonsense.
Of course, well, because
the Force dyad, and then he's absorbing their power and growing new fingers.
Right.
Like,
so my whole thing is like I read an article about the broom kid at the end of the second one.
Right. The one that showed the Force powers.
Right. He wasn't in Rise of Skywalker at all.
No.
So I'm happy that the whole Emperor Vader Skywalker is put to bed. Come out with some new shit. Just come out with new characters who have Force powers. There's going to be good. There's going to be evil. It's going to happen. Just now you can go anywhere. Like just don't bring Rey back. You know, like who cares? She's not great. She whines a lot. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Yeah, it just. There was nothing. I watched it again. Didn't like it any more than I saw it the first time.
Right.
And said, okay, that's enough.
Yep. I agree.
I'm probably never going to watch this again.
Yeah. Like even Han Solo coming back yet again. I'm just like, oh, they're beating their fucking drum.
He shouldn't have been in it. You know, I understand that was supposed to be Carrie Fisher.
Right.
But goddamn, you know, it just seemed forced.
Right. Exactly. Like, all right, you know,
it was supposed to be his mommy that turned him back to the good side.
And since whatchamacallit, since she died, why didn't they just have Luke do it? It would have had the same effect.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, Luke come back as the Force Ghost and be like, dude, you're not bad. Trust me. You're all right, kid.
Yeah, and the fact that Luke could do things.
Or Yoda even would have been great.
Yeah. Luke catching the lightsaber. He's a Force Ghost, dude.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be able to affect things in the real world as much.
Exactly.
Like lifting up the fucking X-Wing. Rey should have lifted the X-Wing.
Exactly. How did
she get that X-Wing working? It's
man.
When it's been underwater for like 20 years.
That's I said the same thing. Just like just the seat alone. It has to be super soggy.
I'm going. Probably smelled.
Yeah, well, she let it sit out in the sun.
Yeah, we need to try this thing out a little.
We tried it out a little. Maybe Luke put a little Force sun on it.
He did some Force cleaning.
Yeah, it's Force cleaning. You know,
why not?
Or
the
maybe
the Force can do anything else. Apparently.
Yeah, or maybe those ugly nuns know how to turn a wrench. You know what I mean?
Ugly nuns.
Maybe they know how to do a space carburetor.
Well, the thing is, Luke took the friggin' piece of the wing off to use as a door on his hut.
I'm telling you, those nuns could fix it, man.
You're telling me it was sitting underwater with that panel removed from the wing, and that salt water didn't.
Yep.
Oh, who knows? Maybe on that planet that's all fresh water.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So
those nuns could figure it out.
yeah. So recently I watched Rogue One again, and I watched. I haven't watched Solo again, but
now
but I said I will stick with the original trilogy and Rogue One.
Yes, I
And
agree.
I'll be happy with just that.
Even Episode 7 was good. I'll give Episode 7. I could rewatch that.
Yeah, but then I'd have to watch the last one again, which I don't want to watch.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's just I was not a big fan.
See, like Rogue One, other than having Vader in, which you could do, because how hard is it to have James Earl Jones keep doing that shit?
Yeah,
and by now, like anybody can do it, and they can have that voice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Technology has come that far.
Well, it's just like at the end of it, the whole thing. Oh, we got to take out this antenna. Now we got to take out an antenna on another ship because all the other ships need this antenna to go up into space. Why? Why do they need that to go up into space?
Right.
They're just going straight up.
Right.
What? Like, why would they be? Why would the other Star Destroyers have a problem?
Exactly.
And of course, they all have to have fucking Death Star weapons.
I was going to say,
on every Star Destroyer now has a Death Star weapon.
Right. And how come they like the First Order didn't have that shit? Like
Right.
if the Emperor was behind the First Order to begin with, he could be like, I don't have the power, but check this out. You could just put these guns right on your and you could just start blowing up total, planet killers right there. Which I don't buy because the size of it, like the Death Star had enough juice to blow up a planet.
Right.
I don't think your average Star Destroyer is capable of carrying that much juice.
Well, I think because of...
I mean, it could do some damage to a planet, but I don't think it could blow up a planet.
Right.
I don't buy it.
Neither do I. All these Dark Star Destroyers with, like, what were they, all drones? Who was on them?
Exactly.
That crowd of people, those crowd of nondescript Sith people that were in the arena.
Yeah.
It's like, and what were they doing in this arena? Just watching the Emperor bounce up and down on that jungle gym that he was attached to.
Yeah, no. Every time they made made a new what's his name?
Snoke.
Snoke, yeah. Every time they made a new Snoke that went bad, it was like, he ran around the arena and blew up. It was like, another one. Didn't make it. Yay.
Yeah, and the whole thing, like the whole thing with Snoke being a clone of something or whatever didn't make any sense.
Which is funny because like Snoke had parts missing.
Right.
Like why couldn't the Emperor just like he had a bunch of parts like send a good one in?
Yeah, put one together. That's all the parts of there.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what do you do? Well, I made more right hands than left hands, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, who was taking inventory?
Yeah.
How many heads we got? 16. Arms? 16. Legs? 16. Hands? Right,
now,
16. Left only at 12.
No offense. No offense, Emperor.
Yeah.
But is this the head you're going with?
Yeah. Like,
Could we make a better head?
Well, what do you mean? Well, maybe
half of his face is kind of pushed in.
Right, but maybe you want to do something where he does, a little more incognito. Like, he'll blend in. Like, this dude just looks evil. Like, is that what you're going for?
Exactly. He looks evil.
Like look at your face. You're all burnt. Do you want, like, put a normal guy in there? Like, it will trick them. No, we're going with the burnt faces. All right. Don't listen. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't say I didn't warn. They're gonna catch on that he's not good. What are you talking about? He looks perfectly fine. He looks perfectly fine. No. I'm just saying. I don't want to.
I'm saying that's the one we're going with.
Yeah, I don't want to be the Sith cheerleader who said I told you so. But
Yeah.
well, it's too late. It's too late now. I made like 60 of them.
It's like 60. We're pushing them out that way.
Yeah, no, we're locked in. We're locked in. This is Snoke.
So in San Diego Comic-Con news, San Diego Comic-Con is happening.
How?
Virtually.
Oh my God.
They're going to have all the events and all, but everyone's invited.
Just open to the public.
So open to everybody. You can go online and attend San Diego Comic-Con. They said it'll be the first time everyone who wants to attend can attend.
I guarantee some sort of
no lines.
I guarantee some sort of glitch is going to happen, and people aren't going to be able to get their connection. Trust me, no, but not everybody's going.
And it's happening on the same days it was originally scheduled.
Wow. So do people just dress up in their house and like walk around and like?
They said they are going to let cosplayers show off their costumes. I guess they're going to have a virtual costume parade again.
Wow. You are going to see how many people live in their mom's basement. Wait until, oh my God. Well, I don't know anymore. Let me, I'm not retracting it, but let me back up, because now it's super cool to be an Uber nerd. Like, it's the thing to dress up and you know.
Yes, the thing that people used to be scorned and shamed.
Right.
For
Now,
doing.
now it's, now everybody would be having, Zoom, how great their apartment is because they have all their Spidey shit behind them. You know what I mean? Like, it's socially acceptable now. So I could display everything and no one will criticize me. People actually think it's great. Where, when you had your stuff, you had to hide it in the storage room.
Well, no, I had some stuff displayed, but after a while, I stopped displaying them.
Right, because of the ridicule. I get it.
No, not because of the ridicule. In fact, I had to tell
people to stop buying you stuff. Yes,
mommy to stop buying me Star Trek stuff.
It's like I remember when they bought you that fucking chess set. I'm like, Ma, he's not going to use it.
I know.
Ma, I said, I know you think he's into this stuff, but like when it comes to this stuff, I'm like he likes it, but he don't like it like he wants it in his house.
Right.
And she was like,
yeah,
I think he's going to love it. Okay. And you were oh.
Remember the time Joey bought me that Klingon baseball jersey?
Yeah, I was with him.
From the experience?
I was with him. I told him not to.
And I told him when I got it, I said, thanks, but I'm not going to wear this, right?
I told him, he was like, oh, I'm going to get him a Klingon jersey. He was like, I ain't going to wear that. I said, you wouldn't wear this? I'm like, I would, because, I like the symbol, but I don't, like, nobody who knows me will be like, what the hell is that? I said, that's different. Like, I said, he's not going to wear it. He's not into that stuff. Yeah, no, he'll wear it. I said, okay.
No, I like a cool T-shirt.
Right.
But I'm not going to wear a Klingon baseball jersey.
Yeah. Wow.
So San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, and there will be exhibitors to, I guess there'll be links to all of the people who would have exhibited at tables.
Right.
So you can see their wares.
Oh. Are you going to be able to zoom in with them and have a chat?
That I don't know. It doesn't matter because they stopped giving us press passes anyway. So
Yeah, fuck those.
So
fuck
screw
them.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Once it became, oh, it's so cool, then they didn't want all the people, you know.
Yeah, they didn't want us anymore.
Yeah. Couple years before that, they were begging us to come. Oh, you guys press? I'm like, press? Couple of assholes with a mic. Press.
Well, we were press. We
I get
interviewed people.
I know.
We were practically buddies with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. got kicked out of the press line because I wanted to ask Charlize Theron horrible questions that her handler said I can't ask. So they. Do you remember that?
Well, speaking of Charlize Theron,
do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
So it was me and Andy. We found out that we had to be in press line, and we hung out with the other podcast guys.
Right.
And then we wrote a whole bunch of questions, and one of the questions that I wrote was about Charlize Theron's outfit in the one. What's that movie? Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux, yeah.
Yeah, Aeon Flux. You know, one of the, you know, it was something about the pause factor in that.
Right.
And her handler was like, you can't ask her this. I'm like, why not? And she was like, you can't be no, not at all. She goes, she's talking about the movie, and I forget what movie she was. I think it was the Huntsman movie that she was jockeying. And then she was like, you can't ask her anything unless it's about this movie. I'm like, then I have nothing to ask her. I'm like, I don't care about this stupid movie.
Well, we had great interviews. We had
and then
Supergirl.
We had a great interview about a 45-minute interview with Orlando Jones.
Oh, that one. Yes.
That no one heard because Jim messed up.
Because it didn't record correctly.
Jim messed up. It was brilliant. The best part of that interview was when he found out that he can curse. He became so normal after that. It started out with, you know, some regular questions, and then he said a curse word, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, nope, we're an explicit podcast. He's like, oh, thank God. And then,
yeah, that was back in the day when it wasn't there wasn't a million podcasts.
Movies.
The Fate of the Furious.
Yeah.
By the way, I found the movies clip.
What movies?
Movies.
Oh.
Yeah. It was on the last show.
Oh, I gotta say, I wish Andy was on this because I'm telling. We'll talk. Go ahead.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
So this movie came out in 2017, April of 2017. Its budget was $250 million, and it raked in $1.236 billion worldwide. So it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was directed by F. Gary Gray.
Right.
And that's what I say every time I see this movie. I say F. Gary Gray. Boom. Stars Vin Diesel.
Right.
Dwayne Johnson. Jason Statham. Michelle Rodriguez. Tyrese Gibson. Chris Ludacris Bridges. Scott Eastwood. Natalie Emmanuel. And Kurt Russell. And Charlize Theron. And so after the last one, Fast and Furious 7,
right?
Toretto and Letty are on their honeymoon in Havana,
Cuba.
And their cousin owes money to a local racing guy and loan shark named Raldo. So he's going to take their cousin's car and of course, Dom Toretto can't allow that to happen.
Right.
So he says, okay, I'll race your car against my car, which is a gorgeous restored
Right.
something
Impala. It's an Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, I'll race you.
We race for pinks. Pinks,
Yeah,
pink slips, ownership papers.
So, of course, Dom says, well, everyone knows it's not the car, but it's the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, well, if it's the car, not the driver, then you use this your cousin's junkie car.
Yeah, you got vroom vroom. Right, let's go.
So they have the big race.
Yeah,
and
big race.
Dom modifies the junkie car
with a Coke can.
Yeah. and they race. They have the big race, and of course the other guy cheats,
right,
by having his henchman try to stop Dom, and then Dom does whatever he did with the Coke can to make the car go faster.
You put a you put a Coke can a lid that the little nipple that pops the Coke can out.
Yeah,
pull the pull tab on this hose, and your car becomes a turbo.
Right. And when he's doing this, the car starts glowing red hot and then explodes. Yet it seems to keep moving.
Well, yeah. Plus, doesn't I know that in my car, in reverse, I can't drive because they have these things called governors.
Right. And also reverse is a single gear.
Right.
So you can't drive a car fast in reverse.
Correct. Other than I have done that when the electric car company that came to Benicia forgot to put a governor on those, and I floored it and went backwards, and I was doing 55. I said, that's a problem. So I have done it.
Well, the thing is, the car starts glowing red.
Mm-hmm.
The engine starts glowing red, and it bursts into flames. Yet Dom continues to drive it at high speed. Normally, when your engine explodes, your car stops moving.
Absolutely.
So the fire is coming back at him and stuff like that. So he decides to do a 180 and drive it in reverse so the flames blow away from him.
Right.
Instead of right at him.
Mm-hmm.
And he wins the race driving backwards at high speed.
Right.
And the Raldo, the loan shark, says, oh, you have my respect. And then Dom does not take his car.
Yeah. He says, you keep your car. Piece of shit anyway. And he goes, you have my respect. And Dom's like, you could be my wingman anytime.
Yeah.
What a fucking Top Gun moment that was.
So then later, Dom's walking back to his hotel or whatever in Havana, and there's a woman who's having car trouble. And it turns out it's Charlize Theron who was luring him over with the thing that she knew he could not resist, which is a car in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like you need some car problem. I'm the guy who fix it.
So she says, you're going to work for me, Dom. I'm an international terrorist of some sort.
Yeah.
And cyber criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to work for me.
Have you ever heard of the hacker group Anonymous? Yeah. Yes, I have. Child's play.
Yes. Morons.
I'm the greatest criminal mind of all times.
So she shows him a picture on a phone.
Right.
And dun, 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 Dom has a shocked face on. So meanwhile, Hobbs,
right,
is
a soccer coach.
Right. And he has the 12-year-old girls he's coaching do the haka.
Right. Which I'm like, finally got to put it in a movie. I was waiting. I was waiting for someone who has either him or Momoa to be like, we got to put this in a movie somewhere because everybody fucking loves it now. 2 years ago, no one knew about it. Now everybody's like, we got to do that stomp dance that they do at luau's. So
they do it luau. So,
well, it's true.
So the government comes and tells them, "Hey, we got this job we want you to do, but
Get
it's
your
off the
crew."
books."
Right, of course.
Yeah. So Tom said, what's his face says, "Yeah, we can do it." And I got just the crew for it because it's going to require people driving cars fast.
Yeah.
Which, after the whole thing, well, I'll save it for the end of the movie.
Okay.
So they go to steal the electromagnetic pulse, which is the weapon du jour in all new movies now. Everyone has to have an EMP of some sort.
Well, you gotta knock out the power.
And Dom turns on them.
Absolutely. At the end.
Yeah, and steals the EMP himself and drives Hobbs off the road.
Rat bastard.
And they're all shocked and go, now we have to go after Dom. Dom is now public enemy number one.
That son of a bitch.
So in walks, what's his face? Kurt Russell.
Right.
Who plays Mr. Nobody. The only good thing about these fucking movies.
I was going to say, when he walked in, I was like, oh, thank God, an actor.
Yeah, it's like he's the only good thing about these movies.
So did Charlene, did Charlize, the lovely Charlize, sorry, I have to announce her properly when I speak about her. Did the lovely Charlize owe someone a favor?
I don't know. Maybe she wanted to get in there. They're big hit movies.
Well, that is true. She definitely got paid on this one.
Yeah, it's not like you don't get the scratch.
Yeah.
So it turns out that she's holding hostage someone who was in a previous movie when they thought Letty was dead.
Yeah.
Remember? And then he hooked up with.
But but okay.
No, I don't remember it.
Yeah,
but I'll accept.
When she was like, I had this, and before Letty was alive, I'm like, all right, this could have happened.
Right. So a girlfriend of his, while he thought Letty was dead, and it turns out she had a kid.
Right.
So Charlize Theron is holding them hostage to make Dom, work for her.
Right.
Now, the other thing is Dom is doing little things here and there, causing diversions and stuff. So, he's got a plan.
Oh yeah.
He's got something up his sleeve if he wore sleeves.
If he wore sleeves. That is true.
Yes. So
he was going to take it to a higher gear. Yeah.
So they decide to replace Brian in these movies by Kurt Russell's assistant.
Right.
Is the straight-laced government guy.
Yeah. What was his name? Little Nobody?
Little Nobody, yes.
Yeah.
And because they say, well, we should get Brian. He's, we're going to leave Brian out of this. I said, obviously.
Why? Well, because he's dead.
Because he's dead. But so they go to the place where there's every kind of car imaginable, and Little Nobody and one of Dom's crew wants to take the Lamborghini, orange Lamborghini. They said, no, we have to be, discreet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't drive a car like that. They'll know. They'll see you coming a mile away.
Right.
So I said, okay, well, that sounds reasonable for him to say. And then they drive out of there with a whole bunch of exotic cars. So they steal. They're trying to Dom and hold on, I gotta let the dog out of here.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm back. So, hello.
Hello.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go and they're gonna hit these Russians to get the Russian the nuclear football, which is the case with all the Russian nuclear codes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they try to stop Dom, but Dom's better. Oh, we forgot they recruited Jason Statham. Turns out
yes.
Jason Statham is not as bad a bad guy as he was made out to be.
Right.
But, and it's nothing but him and Dwayne Johnson insulting each other.
Well, all right.
Although the one where he says, Dwayne Johnson says, "I'm going to knock your teeth so far down your throat, you're going to have to stick your toothbrush up your ass to brush them." And I said, okay, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how many other lines they used, because looks like Statham really laughed at that.
yeah. So it turns out that their Cypher's ultimate goal is to steal a Russian nuclear submarine with nuclear missiles on it and launch one for some reason.
Right. Well, just to prove that they can.
Yeah. And so they all go to stop it, and they all do it with cars because that's what you want when you're driving on ice.
Yeah. Yeah, a Lamborghini. That Lamborghini would have went 3 feet.
Yeah, it's like all these cars driving around, and I'm going.
Oh, two cars out of or 2 vehicles out of all of them were okay.
Right.
The
big truck.
The big truck, because
that Rock was driving.
All right, and Ludacris's little tank.
Yeah.
Because they both had
treads.
Treads. Other than that, all the other cars are doing is slipping and sliding around. I've driven on ice before.
Yeah. So there's a lot of driving, a lot of and the sub keeps popping up, and a torpedo was launched, and the Rock pushed it.
Yeah, pushed it out of the way.
Pushed it out of the way using just his raw muscle.
Because he's the Rock.
Meanwhile, Dom had faked the death of Shaw. And Shaw and his brother flew into the plane where Cypher was, and they saved the baby so that Dom could change back sides again.
Yeah.
And they stop Cypher, but Cypher gets away so she can show up in the next movie, I guess.
Yep. Hey, how much you got to pay those pilots? Like,
what pilot? The one,
and if it was a plane that was always off radar, why did they have to be dressed in pilot uniforms?
Yes, they were dressed in pilot uniforms. It's like they were flying a commercial flight.
Yeah, I mean, you're in an untraceable plane.
Yeah,
right. But you have the captain's wings going. Like, what? I didn't get it.
Right. So when Shaw goes into the cockpit and tells him, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, land. Yeah, dude, you got the gun.
All right. You don't have to stick it in my face. Yeah. I'm going to land the thing.
Maybe that's why they always had a uniform, because they were just civilian. Like, they weren't like henchmen, you know? Yeah. They weren't they couldn't wear black T-shirts, otherwise Shaw would have shot him in the head and landed it himself, because he's Shaw. Yeah.
So they save the day again. Get the nuclear football back. Stop the Russian sub from being stolen. Get Dom's baby back.
So if she jumped out of the plane, wouldn't like the pilot have her coordinates? Like, this is where she jumped. So if you search this area,
right? Because
right now we're in the middle of nowhere.
Like, couldn't he have just turned the plane around and then went and found her?
Yeah. Like,
go down and...
Yeah. Just all you have to do, turn around and follow the girl in the parachute.
Yeah. So then they're back.
By the way, when she said drop it to 10,000 feet, I knew she was escaping.
Yeah, of course. So she can jump out of the plane.
Right. Of course, she would have to put that thing on in midair, and the violent violent wind that knocked her out of the plane would have probably knocked that stupid thing out of her hand, and she would have died. I'm just saying, she's no DB Cooper. That's
right. So she went. So now they're all back in. Where does Dom live?
I don't know. L.A.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, in L.A.
Looked like New York though.
And they were having like a barbecue,
right?
In which everyone, including Mr. Nobody's there.
Yeah, well, he's part of the family now.
Yeah, and Dom names his son Brian.
Shocking. When she said, I didn't name him, that's only his middle name. I'm just like, well, his name's Brian.
So, and Hobbs has offered his old job back, but he declines because he wants to spend more time with his daughter.
Right. And Shaw's name was cleared, and Shaw's brother's name was cleared, and the little baby's like, so that's
oh. So
baby Brian.
It's got a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's a little high, in my opinion. And I'm sure they're going to have another one.
Right.
Well,
they had Hobbs and Shaw. That was the most recent one.
Right, but another Fast and the Furious. This got to
be. I thought.
No, there's Fast and Furious 9 coming up, baby.
Is it? Yeah, but I don't think it has The Rock or Shaw in it because I think Vin Diesel and The Rock are on the outs. I could totally be wrong, but
yeah, I mean that's fine. It doesn't have to have The Rock in it, but it's going to have Toretto and the Toretto family.
Yeah, you know who it didn't have in it.
What didn't have?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's right.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back. I got my own shit going on.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out this shit like Wonder Woman."
Let's see. The announcement of the spinoff, Hobbs and Shaw, provoked a response on Instagram by Tyrese Gibson, criticizing Dwayne Johnson and Seven Bucks Productions co-creator Hiram Garcia, who served as producers for the spinoff, for causing the 9th film to be delayed for another year. F9 was then pushed back to April 2nd of 2021 as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, obviously...
originally it was supposed to come out in 2019.
Right.
Because of Hobbs and Shaw, they pushed it back.
Right. Well, obviously, Tyree over there, or Tyrese, or whoever the fuck he is blowing through his fucking fast money because if I wouldn't give a fuck.
Well, he makes money in the music business.
Okay. Well, then stop your bitching. Go pretend you're a musician. Open your computer and bust out another rhyme, yo.
Yeah, so it's Crosshair time.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I'll go first, too. And I'm being generous with that, too. Man, I hated this movie. And it's not like I liked all the other ones.
Right.
I pretty much dislike all of the Fast and Furious movies.
Right.
But this one I particularly did not like because it's like I thought the last one was ridiculous. Right. And this one, there's probably no end to the heights of ridiculousness that's going to happen. Like, what else are you gonna? Are they gonna be in space next time with cars that drive in space? That's all. That's what. Where else are they gonna go?
Listen, unless Doctor Evil is coming up with their next plan, the ninth movie's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm saying, like the last one, all the cars jumped out of planes and they were kind of flying around cars and then on parachutes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, they're driving on ice fighting fucking nuclear submarines. I mean, where else are you going?
Hey, in this one, they have to drive to the International Space Station.
Yes, they're all going to be outfitted with lunar rovers.
Yeah. Oh.
Driving on the Sea of Tranquility.
Yeah. I've landed on the moon. Dude, how great would that be? Fast 9, Moon Rover. Moon Rover, Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck. That was awful.
All right. Well, your course.
Wow.
Fucking. Here's the thing I wanted to say early on that I said I'm saving for the end. They did nothing in those cars that could have not been done more efficiently in other better vehicles.
Like a plane.
Like where's a helicopter?
All I know is Maverick would have had he would have got that he would have just got computer lock. He was like, I got good tone, firing, done, movie over.
Right. All you need is some attack helicopters and planes and shit.
Yeah.
And it's much better than a Lamborghini driving on ice.
He was getting in that Lamborghini. I don't got no snow chains. That's all I kept thinking about was Dana Carvey in Trapped in Paradise. When he was sliding around, he goes, I ain't got no snow chains.
And I know he got doused in frigid water and he was fine.
Absolutely. Grab the door.
Grab the door.
Yeah. All right. You know what my my comment would have been over the walkie-talkie? We lost one.
Yeah. All right, you're across it done.
Oh my God. 2 is like giving it a 10. How could you do that, dude? That's a 1.5. It's fucking awful. They're just bad. At least Charlize was, something to look at.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
And what happened to her other 2 hackers?
What other 2 hackers?
The Chinese dude and the regular guy who was actually sitting there hacking.
Oh, and
she was just giving order. Like, what happened to them?
I'm assuming Shaw killed all them in his assault on the plane.
I guess
he killed everybody else.
And if you notice, like Shaw, like he bogarted all the bad guys. Like, if the pilots were just pilots, right?
Right, which they were.
Right. Why didn't he go with his brother, knock out everybody, get her, tie her up, and then go up the stairs to the 2 pilots sitting by themselves, where his brother killed one guy who rolled down the stairs? They had one guard.
Exactly. Shaw did all the killing.
Yeah. It was like, well, I'm Shaw, so I get to do all the killing. So,
and they did fly there in those fancy Falcon-style jets.
Yeah. Well, Helen Mirren made a little cameo.
She played his mother.
Yeah. And you thought when she he said "ma," you were thinking like British government type shit. No, it was his mama.
Yeah. So, excellent movie. Can't wait for.
I got to say,
can't wait for Fast 9.
Before we're done talking about this, so the whole beginning with the race in Cuba.
Yes.
Cuba. So Cuba, viva la Cuba, viva la Cuba. So when fucking the whole beginning was so he would become friends with Fredo, and Fredo would help him with the truck.
With his switcheroo.
Right. He knew nobody in New York who could drive a cargo van. Like it had to be Fredo.
That's right. And how do you arrange for that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
did Charlize Theron let him have a cell phone to start calling people from the fucking plane?
Yeah, like I can see if it happened in Miami. Right. All right, bring him. He's only 90 miles away. You got to bring him all the way to New York. You got to know somebody there.
Yeah.
I mean, he met Helen Mirren's character there.
Right.
She didn't know about anybody with a box truck.
Well, that was from before he met her, so
I understand that, but she was obviously knew he was coming. That's why he met her there.
Yeah, and he seemed to be taking his time in that meeting.
Yeah.
When he only had mere minutes to get back.
Yeah. He was wiping crumbs off his face when he was done.
So fast. The
fate
of the furious. Two.
So nine will have his son with those little pedal cars in the driveway, like doing jumps and shit.
Fine. It will have to have some play on the work F9. Like the Fine and the Furious.
Right? Like he has that big souped up car with a baby seat in the back.
Yeah.
Pull down DVD player, playing Elmo.
Yeah. Baby seat with the steering wheel.
Yep.
He thinks he's driving, and it turns out he really is.
Yeah, he's the driver.
Yeah, he's the driver.
Car breaks in half, and he takes off.
Oh my God, baby driving.
Yeah.
The baby is driving.
Yep. And oh my God, talk about bullshit. Hacking all those cars? Give me a break.
Oh, please. That was, I forgot about that.
When I saw that, I was just like, you gotta fucking be kidding me.
Yeah. All of those cars have the capabilities to do what they did.
Right. I'm like, really? A Prius? A Prius is not moving that cab a foot. I've driven Priuses. And
here's the thing. In a car,
right,
the brakes are not electronic.
Right.
So if you're leaning on the brake, there's nothing. The car's not going anywhere because the engine can generate enough power to overcome the brakes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So anyone in one of those cars, all they had to do was step on the brake.
Yep.
And the car's not going anywhere.
Make it rain. Oy vey. Yeah, and if you have the emergency,
cars
brake on,
have the incredible ability to break through things that they would normally not be able to do.
Right.
Oh, break through a wall. The car's not breaking through a wall.
No. No.
Not breaking through a concrete wall.
Right.
You're just gonna smash up the car.
Right. I was waiting for like
a metal
robots.
pole, like a metal pole. They hit hit the poles and they shattered like glass. And I'm going, a car would stop dead if it hit a pole.
The one thing, like if I was a writer, like if I was an up and coming writer, I would love to be in these movies because nothing is off the table. Like this movie like builds confidence for writers. Like, all right, so you just gave me a draft where cars, the hackers just hack cars and they start driving themselves and start shooting out of buildings. Yeah, love it. Let's do it. Good on you. Love it.
So we'll rain cars, and then we'll have a submarine, and a torpedo will come, and they redirect the torpedo because it's sliding on the ice. He'll just get out of the car and push it by his hand.
Like, dude, they're gonna have to go to Mars by the 10th one.
Yeah, there's nothing left to do on Earth.
So Fast 10 is when they have to go to Mars to rescue the lunar rover because there's aliens, and Dom and by that time Dom's baby Brian is part of the crew, and
and at the end, the aliens, and they go, why did you do this? Why did you fight so hard? And he'll say, because family is everything. And we know nothing of this thing called family.
we don't know what you're talking about.
We know. But we have learned new word, friend.
Yeah. They just go there, and all they're fighting is the fucking yeah. Fast 10.
Oh
my God.
So destroymail@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, well.
And damnshow.co.
And don't forget, kids, Hallmark's the spot.
That's right.
Because these motherfuckers need some help.
The best Hallmark movie podcast you're ever going to hear.
I wonder if, let me go on Facebook real quick and see if if I'm accepted into the group. Oh, here it. Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Gotta
yet.
give them a little time. Gotta give them Sunday. Sunday after all.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well.
All right, brother. That's it.
All
That's the show.
Till next time.
We don't even know what we're doing next time.
Well, we're gonna do something.
We're gonna do something. I don't know if any of you sons of bitches deserve it.
Yeah, people can suggest movies too.
Yeah, suggest a movie we do. How about that?
Yeah.
Don't be dumb, and don't be dumb about it. I ain't watching nothing that has subtitles.
Yeah, no subtitle movie.
Yeah, some weird French foreign film because you thought this was a great movie.
But she doesn't like subtitles.
No, not unless it's like space shit, and even then.
Yeah, if it's translating an alien, fine.
Yeah,
but not French.
Yeah, I ain't dealing with all that shit, man. And remember, it has to be something that we can, possibly make fun of. Don't suggest something we would love because we're just going to be like, yeah, it was a good movie. What'd you think? Oh, good movie. Okay, that's a cozy 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
All righty. Well.
Destroymail@gmail.com. We're waiting to hear from you.
So that's the end of 331.
332.
332.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Good night, damnation.
You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at you
Destroy All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.